Little fun fact for you before we start this. Did you know that roughly about only 130 players from the collegiate level of baseball make it to the MLB, but not even 10% of them make it to the big show, like the actual MLB. They stay in the lower levels, like the 1A, 2A, and 3A. Question for you today is baseball. What is baseball? You know, a lot of people have different terms of different definitions, but when I define baseball, I just want you to know like who created it, when it was created, when organization started to happen, the pros and cons it had on the economy, and just the simple processes that a baseball player will go through in his lifetime. This man right here, his name is Auburn Doubleday. He was a man out of New York, Cooperstown. He entered into the Army, but graduated from West Point. And he was the creator of baseball. You know, he just picked up a ball on a stick and he's like, oh, let's see how can this go. You know, David Vaught stated in his article Auburn Doubleday in my blog and the cultural significance of the baseball in rural America. In 1907, baseball promoters declared that the Civil War hero Doubleday created the game in a village outside of New York, Cooperstown, in 1839. George Well also stated in his book, The Sketch of a National Game of Baseball, that when he entered into the Army, instead of, because he graduated from West Point, but then he entered the regular Army, that they credited him with the drawing of the original diamond-shaped baseball field, the one we based off our baseball fields nowadays. Just to give you a rundown on the true definition of baseball. Baseball, it's just, you know, the definition is you have to have 9 people on the team, 2 teams playing against each other. There's 3 outs you get, and there's 9 innings in a true game. But the definition to me is just, you know, you have to have fun, you have to love the game. You know, you're gonna have highs and lows, but you gotta keep on pushing. That's all. You know, the baseball is a very difficult sport because hitting the ball is one of the biggest feats in sports, for sure. You know, baseball just was like any other sport, how it started, you know, just a couple people coming around, having fun, playing. But as the game started to grow, you know, they started having conventions and more meetups, you know, people started to play against each other's teams, started coming from everywhere just to play each other mostly and just have fun. But sooner or later, things got to like higher levels. They want to start an organization. Once they started to do this, there was this team, as Reich stated in his book, that the first team to be an MLB organization was the Cincinnati Red Stockings. They were also the first team to pay their players on salary. So that was the creation, basically how they created. They started this first team off, so everybody else started doing it. So they started paying for money and more money and more money. So that's how the MLB was basically created. Baseball had some cons on the American society. Really not that many, but I mean, somewhat they did. Like, there was a huge gambling problem. Walter Camp also stated in his book again that in 1911, 3 men were arrested and charged for gambling inside of a bar. You know, gambling really wasn't, I mean, it was a big thing, but it shouldn't have, because it ruined the sport, honestly. Not very much, because there were some people that loved it, but well, when you gamble, you know, you just ruin the love for the game. You get players to throw the game. Well, when you throw a game, you just lose on purpose, because, you know, they would offer more money than their contract's worth. So, you know, people would just ruin fun for everybody else. Yeah. But it also had pros on the American society. You know, it brought in a lot of money revenue. It just made very good impacts, like, you know, building new stadiums, charging people to come watch. You know, it's money flow through everywhere. It's a continuous flow, just helping helping just, get out of depressions and money laundering and stuff, it just wanted to make America a great again, basically, and not Trump, not quoting Trump ever. Sorry for adding that. That shouldn't be in there, but yeah, Campbell talked about in his book that it made every boy want to get up and go outside and play. When you make a little boy dream about becoming a major league player, I mean, who wouldn't want the best gear, the best this, the best that, paying for lessons, doing this, going to play out of town, that's all money. When you bring things to your town, it's a go-to spot, so you're always going to have a certain spot to go play ball. It'll never fail. You'll always have money coming in and out, always. It will never fail. And just this is the basic processes of baseball that a player, like, for instance, you go through a lot of ups and downs in baseball, because that's all the game is. If you have a 300 batting average for the rest of the life in pros, you're basically gonna make the Hall of Fame. It's just, the game is just of high lows. You never know what can happen. It's just countless hours of practicing, perfecting that swing, because if you protect that swing, you can go places anywhere. And just having the love for the game and not wanting to give up. It's hard, but you got to fight through it all the time. In conclusion, the things we went over are like who Auburn Double Davis, creator, who what baseball is. Well, there's many definitions, but any definition would be good. If the definition is different from mine, but it's the same thing, it's having fun, group of guys just going out and playing fun, it's the same thing. The pros and cons it had on American society, it was very good pros, and then very bad. I mean, very good cons and very good pros, and just having the processes of understanding what a baseball player is. But by the end of this, I hope that you have learned and will take the information that I give you and put it towards baseball to better understand the sport. These are my works cited. This is where I'll get all my information from. And, thank you for your time, and thank you for listening. And I hope I informed you and gave you very good information.